That's right fellas, it's US Track and Field Olympic Trials Week, where the big dogs battle it out for those mouth-watering Olympic team spots, booking them an all-expenses-paid trip to Paris. In the first 2 days, these were the spots up for grabs, as well as some qualifying action in between. So let's start from the beginning. The only final of the day would be the men's 10k, and it would be a dose of deja vu. Grant Fisher, not learning from his mistakes, taking the lead just like 2023, trying to push pace and brute force this race. But this year, it works. He held a massive gap heading into the final 200, and it proved too big to be filled.
Grant Fisher, the man from Michigan.
Kincaid, the reigning champ, with an absolutely flying close for second, and collegiate superstar Nico Young securing his own first Olympic berth, and these three men becoming Team USA's first Olympic representatives. On this day, we also got to see some fun happenings in the women's 100 meter heats. Classic Sha'carri Richardson stumbling her way to a 10.88.
She starts to wind up Tamara Davis on the inside, but Sha'carri looks over 10.88.
This is just ridiculous. She somehow became the worldwide favourite overnight because of a mistake. Also, world leader Jason Sears confirmed injured and out. But the men's 400 heats, hearts were captured by the 16-year-old killer, Quincy Wilson. He's truly become the underdog everyone's rooting for. He went out hard in his heats to a new under-18 world record in 44.66 seconds. That's a disgusting half-second PB in his first race against professionals. Overall, yeah, he did finish second, advancing to the semis behind Quincy Hall, but all the hype was on the high schooler in second. And I mean, come on, how many times do we have to say it? He's 16.
This is the first round. How close to all out were you?
Honestly, I just felt very collective and very smooth. Finished in that last 100, so I was just thankful for the time. It's a different game. I'm winning with the big dogs, so.
Day 2, and first, it would be the biggest of boys in track and field. Kovacs showed us a couple weeks ago, he's basically in all-time form with a 23.13 meter throw. Yet somehow, some way, Ryan Crouser still proves he's truly the almighty, debuting his outdoor season at this trials after being injured since March, and still leading from round 1. First with a 22.44 meter throw. Then copping the win entirely with a 4th round effort of 22.84 meters. It's just unfair. Even on his worst day, he really is just better. This man is on the hunt for that 3rd Olympic gold medal. And then obviously, the men's 100 heats were juicy. People have been bagging Noah and hyping up anyone else who could possibly attempt to steal the number 1 spot. But man, it doesn't pay to hate this dude. Noah is in god tier form, legitimately taking it easy to 9.92 seconds, the fastest time in the qualifier. To be fair though, that wasn't without some classic Noah Lyles cringe.
Yeah, let's start with the world champion. When he made...
Coleman on the other hand also shut it down pretty heavily to a 9.99.
Goodbye, everybody else.
And Courtney Lindsay also cruised to a 10 flat, with our high school hero Christian Miller left looking a little bit flustered. He still qualified to the next round though. And you do hate to say it, but Fred Curley also ran pretty nice. Not the world record he was aiming for, but promising. The women's triple jump spots would be secured by the favourites. Orji and Moore, both lacking the standard, but are both within the required world rankings. The women's triple worldwide is actually in a pretty good spot right now, but the US isn't really one of those top contenders. Also, Moore will be coming back for the long jump. The women's 400 semis treated us to some more Arkansas domination, 19-year-old Kaylin Brown taking the favourite spot in 49.71. That's just her 7th sub 50 of the year, after being battered with a ridiculous amount of racing in the long NCAA season. Here are the finalists for tomorrow, and also notice Shamir Little deciding to run both the open 400 and the 400 hurdles, doing a pretty good job at it too. And the finalists for our men's 1500 would be decided in 2 very contrasting heats. Heat 1, Cole Hocker would win in a sit and kick battle, leading to some average times.
Cole Hocker in control, and it's a mad scramble to be in that top handful.
While Heat 2, Yared Naguse, American record holder, wouldn't allow that to happen, pulling along a fast pace, coming home in a new championship record of 3 minutes 34.09 seconds, closely trailed by Kessler.
As he goes through from that second semi over Hobbs Kessler.
But then came the women's 100 meter. The semis early today were a different story. Unlike yesterday's hype, Sha'carri might not be invincible. Her block start looked weak, but still came home flying in 10.86.
Straight through to the final, she says, how about that? 10.86.
And on the other end, Melissa Jefferson would declare herself Richardson's #1 rival, doing her own work in 10.88. But when finals comes, none of that shit matters.
This is Melissa Jefferson, training partner of both Quincy Wilson and Sha'carri Richardson.
She is the reigning world champion at 100 meters, Sha'carri Richardson.
Let's see who's going to Paris. It wasn't the best start from Sha'carri Richardson. Now Sha'carri starts to wind up and she goes past Jefferson. Sha'carri Richardson.
Sha'carri Richardson is on fire. 10.71, absolute destruction of this field, the world lead, and her second US title. If there was any doubt from the semis, it's gone. She is the favourite, and while she won by a good chunk, this field was fast. Jefferson came in at 10.80, Twanisha Terry 10.89, both making the team, and all three from the same training group. And because of that, the celebration was just unmatched.
All three of his athletes have swept. They are all going to be in Paris.
And that was day 1 and 2. Over the next coming 2 days, there are 12 finals to look forward to, before a 3-day break, and then we continue again on Thursday. So let me know what you think of the shorter videos. I'll be back in a couple days with part 2.